The following program is a public access production. Comcast is required to provide time on this channel and make it available pursuant to franchise agreements with the communities we serve. Comcast is not affiliated with the following program or the producers of public access programming and is not responsible for the content. The following program does not reflect the opinions of Comcast or its affiliates.
Welcome to another edition of Discover Tinley, where we talk to people and organizations in town that make Tinley Park a great place in which to live. And as we all know, Tinley Park is a great place in which to live. My name is Ron Centani. I'll be your host tonight, and we're going to have a couple of special guests tonight that are very critical, very important part of Tinley Park. And some very interesting things happening. Matter of fact, the second half will be some very entertaining guests, so make sure you stay tuned for the whole program. Big thing coming up is Discover Tinley, April 2nd over at the Convention Center from 10 to 3 p.m. Make sure you get over there. We've always had very big crowds over there. A lot of things to see and do. A lot of people to visit. A lot of the village offices will be there. Village functions, village services, some other things in town, businesses, some food, all kind of entertainment. All kinds of things happening at Discover Tinley. So make sure you get over to Discover Tinley at the Convention Center on April 2nd. Looking forward to seeing you all there. We'll be there. Lots of things going on in Tinley. Hopefully spring is around the corner here and getting ready to have the good summer season here. And our first guest is somebody who's been around in Tinley a whole 17 and a half years. The thing that brings to mind, there's a new program on TV called Supergirl. And I thought, we've got somebody in Tinley Park who's a Supergirl, and her name is Amber Holup. Amber, how do you do? Welcome to Discover Tinley.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Okay. I say Supergirl because you do quite a few things. Do you eat and sleep?
I squeeze that in every so often.
Let's talk about something. And the reason I want to talk to young people once in a while, because there's some outstanding young people in Tinley Park, and we need to publicize the fact that Tinley Park has some great young people around here, and I think you're a good example of some of the fine people that go on in town here. You go to work. What school do you go to now?
I am a senior at Tinley Park High School. Go Titans!
All right, good for you. Well, I worked there for a few years, so I'm a Titan, past Titan. Talk about what you do there. Now, talk about some of the things. You are a class president.
Yes, I am.
For how many years?
All 4 years.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've done a thing. What other things are you involved in Tinley Park High
I'm
School?
pretty involved. So I'm in National Honor Society, Interact Club, which is like the youth program of Rotary. Oh. And then also I'm in Business Professionals of America, which is a class and a club. And I love that, and it's just preparing me for my future.
Wow. Sounds pretty good. That takes up quite a bit of your time. And you also do a few other things there, too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on the golf team as well. So I've played golf all 4 years. Coming in as a freshman on the golf team, I had never swung a club before. The first time out on the golf course was with my team. And so I've grown a lot as a golfer. And I played #1 for my team. And I was also the team captain for golf, too.
Okay.
So I love golf.
Do we want to talk about some of your scores? What's some of your best scores?
Well, we only play 9 holes,
okay.
And our home course was right in the area. You know, we had a lot of fun, and I'm not really the best golfer, but I was medalist twice. So I beat Oak Forest, got the top score against Oak Forest a few times, which was really nice.
Oh my! And what kind of average scores did you shoot?
I was shooting like a 40, so
40? Well,
yeah, for 9 holes. Yeah, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
But I've grown a lot. I mean, the first time out on the golf course, I was probably past 60, so I grew a lot over the past 4 years.
Yes. Wow. You're not going pro though, are you?
No,
Yeah.
just for business purposes in the future. I thought it'd be really nice to play golf.
That's a good idea. Talking about your school now, you have some pretty decent teachers over there. Who are some teachers that you really think deserve some notability?
Well, I really love my Business Professionals of America teacher, Mrs. Laura Munoz. She just really cares about her students, and she tries to get to know each of them and where they want to go in their careers. And then she helps the students while she's teaching the class figure out how to apply what we're learning in the classroom to what they're going to be doing in the future, and I really appreciate that.
That's kind of what you're planning on doing a little bit in the future, aren't you? What do you think about going into?
The nonprofit sector, so I'll be majoring in nonprofit business administration.
Wow, you got a school in mind yet?
Yes, I'll be attending Olivet Nazarene University in Bourbonnais, Illinois. I'm super excited.
Wow, so not too far from home, but still close enough. Good.
Correct.
That's a nice school. I've been to that campus. It's a beautiful campus, too.
It is.
Let's talk about some other things you do now besides school. You don't sleep and eat, obviously. So you do something else with it's called the Global Youth Service Day events. Talk about some things those include now.
Correct. So for the past 3 years throughout high school, I planned a large Global Youth Service Day project each year. Global Youth Service Day is the largest youth-ran service day in the whole entire world. And on that weekend of Global Youth Service Day, there are service projects that are led by students that happen all across the globe. And freshman year, I did a project that was called Military Spouse Appreciation Packages, and we honored 65 wives of men who are in the military. And so we just wanted to honor them for what they do on the home front. And then sophomore year, we did a project called Cookies for 911 Operators, and we honored 85 911 operators that serve over 16 different communities for all the hard work that they do. And so we honored the 911 operators right here in Tinley Park as well. And actually the students that helped me bake the cookies for them, each 911 operator got a dozen of cookies. They got to help me deliver those cookies to the 911 Operator Center here in Tinley Park.
You actually baked the cookies yourselves?
Yes. So we baked them at Tinley Park High School, and then we took them over to the 911 Operating Center here in Tinley Park, and the students got to talk to the 911 operators and hear more about their jobs and the kind of calls that they get and the stress that they're put under sometimes too. So it was really cool to see the students that were volunteers honor the 911 operators and see what an impact they had on their life.
That's beautiful that you thought about people that sometimes they don't get thought about so much.
Yeah.
So, and they do a critical job. So.
They have very rough and stressful jobs, so I just wanted to honor them.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, that was sophomore year.
Yes, and then last year, junior year, I planned a World War II Veterans Appreciation Breakfast, which took place at Durbin's Restaurant. They donated the banquet hall for us to use, and then we served 100 people, about 60 of those were World War II veterans, breakfast, and just to honor them for what they did for us by serving in the military. And that was a really cool event. Actually, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, she came out to the event and she thanked the veterans, and we had over 20 high school students from over 5 different schools that were there to help serve the veterans.
Now, what was the actual program? What did you actually do at that event, though?
So as the veterans came in, they were greeted by Ford Model A's from the local Ford Model A Club. They got their picture taken with the Model A's, and then they went inside and there was music playing and their breakfast was served. And then we played 1940s trivia to take a trip down memory lane with them. And then at the end of the event, we delivered the picture of them with the Ford Model A in a frame as their little token of gratitude with thank you cards as well. So they were just so excited, and it was a really fun event for them, and they were just so appreciative of us honoring them. But really, it was our privilege to honor them. They were so sweet.
Wow, well, that's tremendous that you did that. Yeah, sometimes there are not too many around anymore, so it's nice that, especially I think it's kind of neat that young people honor people like that. You know, some of the adults may do that, but to have somebody your age do that, I think it's quite a testimony to your interest in helping somebody else. So
thank you. It was really cool to see the youngest generation honoring the oldest generation.
Wow.
It was a really exciting event, something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Anything planned for this year?
This year, I believe I'm going to be doing a drive for the Bridge Teen Center, which is located in Orland Park, for their thrift store. So that'll be another fun service project event for me to get my peers at school involved with.
Wow, let's talk about the Bridge Teen Center. You are quite active over there. Now, first of all, what is the Bridge Teen Center? In case somebody doesn't know about that.
The Bridge Teen Center is located in Orland Park, just a little bit north of 159th and Harlem by Meyer, and they offer free after-school programs for 7th through 12th grade students. So there's kickboxing, art classes, there's music lessons, free tutoring, just things that will help teens grow and figure out what they want to do in life, and also there's a safe environment for them. And on Friday nights they also have live music and entertainment and snacks for students as well, just to keep them in a safe environment. And I've been going there for 4.5 years, and I've had a blast there, and I love it.
What do you do? You've got a professional relationship with them now, too, now.
Yes. So actually for the last year and a half, I've been on staff at the Bridge Teen Center as a development assistant, where I help them write grants. So it's just been a really great experience for me to learn more about the nonprofit sector and affirm that that's what I want to major in when I go to college.
Now, what have you gotten grants for?
So we've gotten grants for all different types of the programs that we offer at the Teen Center. And it's really cool just to see new funders hear my story and how the Bridge has impacted me, and then fund our after-school programs for the 3,800 teens that we've served since opening.
What kind of money have you gotten on these grants?
Last year, the grants that I personally filled out the applications for, we raised $60,000 through those grants.
How much?
$60,000. And then I believe we had about $18,000 in new money that came in, new foundations and corporations that I found in the community that I reached out to, and they helped, they were first-time supporters.
So you're a grant writer at 16 and 17 years old. That's kind of unusual, isn't it?
Yes, just a little bit.
Wow.
When people want to come over for tours of the Teen Center and they say, hey, is Friday morning okay? I'm like, well, I don't get out of school, until the afternoon, so
oh my goodness.
It's interesting, but I really love it, and I'm just really grateful for the opportunity that the founders, Rob and Priscilla Steinmetz, have given me to have my position at such a young age, and that's definitely allowed me to grow.
Yeah, and it says that's probably what spurred you to thinking about doing that as a career.
Correct. So ever since 8th grade, I knew that I wanted to work for the Bridge.
Since 8th grade?
Yes. I started going in 7th grade to the Bridge Teen Center, and in 8th grade I thought it would just be really cool to be able to work there one day. Wow. Little did I know that a few years later I would have a part-time job there. But my big goal in life is to open up another Bridge Teen Center location in a different community so that more teens can be impacted by their free after-school programs.
Wow. Yeah, I do some volunteer work over there, and I know it's quite an active group there, and it's an amazing place, and we're very fortunate we have that in the south suburbs here. It's a tremendous thing, so keep up the good work doing that.
Thank you. We're so grateful for volunteers like you that volunteer their time.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk a little bit. We got about a minute left or so. Your family, who's in your family now?
Well, my mom and my dad, they're pretty great supporters, and they've taught me a lot growing up. And then I have 2 older sisters as well, Sarah Holup and Emily Holup. So, yeah.
Okay. And do you have any spare time?
Very few moments. There's very few moments where I have spare time, but when I do, I love spending time with friends and family and hanging out at the Bridge Teen Center as well.
Okay. Now, I read in your bio, you have a little part-time side business with the lawns?
Yes, I do. So I have a lawn care service in the summer where I cut grass for people in the village. So it's really fun and keeps me fit.
I guess. Well, in summertime, there's no school. You need something to fill up your time, right?
Correct. Well, I don't know. It's pretty full already.
I think so. It's tremendous what you do. I give you a lot of credit for doing all that you do, and especially your volunteer work and your assistance with the Bridge Teen Center and the things in town here. It's amazing. So I think we're very fortunate we have people like you in Tinley Park. So keep up the good work, and wish you all the best of luck. And hopefully when you get done with your college, you come back to Tinley and start something here. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be a resident of Tinley Park. Wow. Thank you. Amber Holup, tremendous super girl of Tinley Park. Well, that was kind of interesting. A young lady who was really an outstanding star in Tinley Park. And really there's a lot of very excellent young people in Tinley Park doing some fantastic things in town here. So we keep those in mind, and actually announced 2 scholarships are available for high school students. They have to be in by the beginning of April, I think the 1st of April. So make sure, check your high schools and see if you're interested in getting a scholarship, a Tinley Park scholarship for the Village of Tinley Park. Get those applications in by April 1st. Our next guests are going to do a little entertainment tonight. We thought we'd end the show with some nice entertainment, and they are very heavily involved in a club in Tinley Park called the Magic Masters. And I got to get a little disclaimer. I'm also a member of the club too, so I'm part of the. I've only been there a couple of years. Our guests are longtime members.
And he's good too.
Oh no! Magic Masters has been in town for a while, and I'd like to introduce the president of Magic Masters, Terry Smith, and the past president of Magic Masters, Don Wieberg.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
Who's also the past International Brotherhood of Magicians president.
That's correct.
He's been around the world.
Yes, yes, yes.
So these are magicians. You guys are actual magicians doing all this kind of fancy stuff. And it's amazing.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe fancy.
I just gotta say, I've been totally impressed by when I come to the meeting to see what you guys are doing. I'm trying to learn some things, but it's amazing. First of all, how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing magic?
He's been doing it a heck of a lot longer than I have.
No, well, how long have you been
probably
doing?
20 years off and on. So.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And how
I
long have you been doing
a
magic?
long time. I started when I was 10.
Oh, geez.
And I have a big milestone birthday coming up in May, so a long time. Let it go at that.
Wow. But you're not both professional. I mean, you don't do this as a full-time career. What did you do?
Well, I was a high school teacher for 35 years. I taught at the Kennedy High School in Chicago.
Okay.
I also had some part-time positions teaching at the college level. And the magic was always an avocation. I never gave up the day job.
Okay.
I had plenty of opportunities, but right now I'm enjoying retirement and a nice pension, and I have a lovely wife, so life is very good.
Life is good. Yep. Well, how about you?
Well, I was working for the railroad for over 35 years, off and on doing the magic. I now have a fiance now, so we've been living together for about 3 years. And I just love doing the magic. I love coming to the club and just seeing the guys, and I was sick there for a while, so I couldn't really do any magic. So now I'm trying to get it back up again. So, but I love doing it. I love seeing new stuff.
What's the attraction to doing magic? What attracts you to doing magic?
Well, my idol years ago I used to do doves, and my idol was Lance Burton. When I used to do and I used to love doing the doves, but unfortunately, that didn't work out because they're just dirty, Oh, no. So I gave up on the doves and started doing, just close up, and I started doing the stage, without the doves. But that was my idol, Lance Burton.
Wow. And what got you to magic?
Well, there's a certain feeling of accomplishment, bringing joy to people. Just recently, I was in Houston, Texas, and went to a children's hospital, and we went from room to room, and to see the smiles on some of these poor sick kids after doing the simplest of tricks, I mean, that was very gratifying. Wow. And as I said, I never gave up the day job. It was an avocation over the years. My wife and I appeared on the Bozo Circus show many times.
Oh my.
That money has all been spent. So,
okay.
And we've had some wonderful experiences through magic. But as far as I remember when I started doing magic, doing little shows in the basement, charging kids a nickel, and if they didn't have the nickel, they didn't get in.
Oh, geez.
My rates went up considerably since then.
Yeah.
But I remember in high school, it gave me a sense of self-esteem. I was able to get up in front of people and speak, and it certainly helped a great deal in my teaching career, because I still keep in touch with a lot of the young people that I've had as far back as the 60s. And they don't remember too much of what I taught, but they do remember the time that I produced a bird out of nowhere or did something of that sort.
Yeah, wow, that's fantastic. Now, what's Magic Masters? What is the Magic Masters Club in Tinley Park?
Basically, it's a magic club that we get together on the third Thursday of the month. We have 17, correct?
Yeah,
17.
Our membership is declining.
But we'd like to get more people in again, and more magicians in. You can be 17 and you can come in. You can be younger too, as long as there's an adult there. But like I said, it's been around for a long time. So
okay, where do you meet now?
We meet in The Baptist Church in
No,
Tinley.
the Methodist.
Methodist,
I'm
I'm
happy.
sorry, I'm
United Methodist Church
United
at Tinley
Methodist.
Park.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
in Tinley Park.
Yeah, downtown Tinley.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, who do they get in contact with if somebody wants to join?
Well, you can contact one of us, me if you want to. I'll give you my phone number.
Okay.
It's 708-220-0430 or 708-429-5907. And
Okay.
I'd be glad to bring you into the club.
Meetings are fantastic, so I'd highly, if you're interested at all in magic, check it out and come on over. Now, Discover Tinley's coming up. I understand you're going to be, the club is going to be doing some
We'll
things.
have
we
a
are.
booth.
We'll have a booth there.
Thanks to you again.
See you again.
Okay, and we'll be doing all-day entertainment.
Correct.
So if you want to see magic all day, stop by the Magic Master
Correct.
booth, and we'll see some magic stuff all day throughout the day, doing stuff,
Right.
entertaining everybody. So coming
Right.
up, and you got a big event coming up pretty soon now, where people can really see a magic
yes,
show. What's
yes.
that? Down here, kind of
we've been having a banquet in April since 1945. And this is the first time that we've been at the Gaelic Park in Oak Forest because our previous venue closed, shut down, the Lexington House. And we have a family-style dinner, close-up entertainment, tableside magic before the dinner, and then after the dinner, a professional magic show. And I'm running the show this year. We have a couple of outstanding young performers, one of whom was just on Penn and Teller's Fool Us. He was also on Wizard Wars. He's a local young man from the north suburbs. And then there's another young man that we're having on the show this year who is also a world champion. There was a competition 2 years ago in St. Louis at our IBM, International Brotherhood of Magicians, Society of American Magicians competition, and he was one chosen to represent one of the organizations at a international competition in Italy. So a very, very quality entertainment, and price is right. It's $35 for the dinner and the show. There's free parking. And this year, for the first time, we're trying something. We want to encourage young people. So every youngster under 12 or under will get a little magic set, and who knows, that might spark their interest.
My, wow. All right, now, when is that now?
It's going to be April 15th
Okay.
at Gaelic Park, 6119 West 147th Street in Oak Forest.
Wow. Now, okay, how do people get tickets to that?
Well, they can call Terry. He's given you the number, or my number is 815-464-0414. Or you can go to the magicmasters.com website, themagicmasters.com.
Oh.
You can order your tickets there through PayPal.
Oh, wow.
So we expect 350, 400 people to be at this affair.
Yeah, I'd say I've gone the last couple of years, and there's well over 300 and some,
yes,
400
yeah,
people
yeah.
going to this. So it's a very well, and it's just a fantastic show. I must
definitely,
say. So, and it sounds you've got some tremendous backs booked so far. So
Great.
it should be good. So
Sure.
come to the Magic Masters Banquet on April 15th.
Correct.
Highly recommend that. Well, you're magicians.
Yes, so magic.
Let's do some magic
Just
here.
be glad we're not wizards.
Yeah.
We would be, okay, Terry, why
You
don't
want me to
go
do it
ahead?
first?
Do it, yeah.
All right. I love to do card tricks, so I have a card trick here that this is one of my all-time favorites, and I kind of like to do this one. So if you notice, I have 4 cards here. Okay, 3 of them are the same, and 1 of them is odd. Now the object is you to watch the odd card. Okay. So we're going to take it, and we're going to put it inside the wallet. Now I'm going to take out the 10. So the 10 is here. What's inside the wallet?
Should be the jack.
The jack, okay.
Okay.
All right. So if I take the 10 and I put it in between the 2 jacks, no doubt in your mind that the 10 is between the 2 jacks, right? And I'll show it to you one more time.
There you go. Looks.
You see it?
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm going to show it to you one more time. Here we go. Look. One more time. We give it a little.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And there it goes.
Ooh. What happened to the 10?
Well, you see, actually, the 10 never left the wallet.
Oh,
And there
no.
it is. There it is.
Jeez.
Very good, very good.
Very good. So, thank you. That's just some little things that I do. So,
Okay. All right.
If I may, magic has changed a great deal. The magic shops of old are fading away. The internet has taken over, but they've come up with a new system now where you can order magic very simply. You get this in the mail. It's just a little brochure describing different colors of decks. And then you just think about one of the colors, and the deck automatically appears. Now, Ron, I'm going to depend upon you, even though you're a magician. You're going to have to vow that we have never prearranged this. Trust me.
Correct.
And just a deck of cards. Now, this is not the usual kind of card trick where you pick a card.
No.
Because that way, if I saw you take the card out, I would have a little idea where the card is. So I'll give you some cards to hold on to. Put your hand on those and don't let them go.
Ooh.
Now, all you need to do is to look at one of the cards that I'm showing you, and don't even tell me what it is. Just think about it. Have you got one in mind?
Okay.
Okay, now you're holding those very secure, is that correct?
Right. Oh, yeah.
And you do see a card here that is going to stick with you now. Don't change your mind.
No.
Now, you've been given those cards, correct? Now, here's what I'm going to do, is take one card out of here that I think is your card. Boom, I've done it. Now, for the very first time...
Now, how do you know what card I'm thinking of?
Well, I just have that ability.
Okay.
Now, this is it. You've made your choice.
Yeah.
I've removed the card from here. What was the card you thought of?
8 of spades.
8 of spades. Is there an 8 of spades here anywhere?
Oops. No.
Did I tell you I was going to remove it from this part of the deck?
Okay.
Okay, and bingo, it's already there. Now spread those out. And your 8 of spades should be there.
Oh, my goodness.
It worked.
Okay.
And one other thing, while you were holding that deck of cards, I managed to get this.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wait, no, that's my watch. I'm sorry.
Wait.
No. So anyway, that's just a little sample. The type of magic you'll see at the banquet, it will be tableside magic, and on the stage show after the dinner.
Wow. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that kind of stuff. I got one other thing. Maybe I'll do one. I like to do disappearing acts a little bit too. So I've got a Kennedy $50 here and a Mexican peso here, and they don't like to be separated, but sometimes they get joined. And then I really don't like the Mexican peso so much. So what I do is I kind of put the coins together, rub them together, and pretty soon the Mexican peso would disappear.
Hey, it's gone.
All I've got is the Kennedy half. Where'd the Mexican coin go? I don't know. It disappeared.
It's magic.
Magic. Well, that's tremendous. Thank you so much for doing Discover Tinley on April 2nd there. And again, the banquet,
April 15th.
At Gaelic Park. And how much is it?
$35, and
who do
every
we
child
contact?
12 or under gets a free magic set.
Okay.
And you can either contact Terry, and his number is
708-220-0430 or 708-429-5907.
Or you can call me at 815-464-0414 or go to www.themagicmasters.com.
Wow. Well, I highly recommend it. The Magic Act is tremendous. The show is outstanding. It's a good dinner, too. Gaelic Park has some very good food over there. So, but come and watch the Magic Masters at Discover Tinley on April 2nd at the Convention Center. So thanks for watching Discover Tinley. We had a tremendous show tonight with an outstanding young person and 2 magicians. Thanks for watching Discover Tinley. We'll see you next month.